Yo, what's going on guys, and welcome here to a village transformation. I'm going to be converting this village into a harbour town of sorts. Now this project here took over 15 hours to build and edit and everything like that, so if you do enjoy this one at all, don't forget that like button and subscribe. And there is a download link in the description as well if you want to go download it and jump in the world and have a look around. So let's start out with this first building here. I just wanted to kind of get a vibe for the town, so I kind of went with like medieval vibe. It's kind of just my build style, and I like this build style a lot. So we just started out with this little simple villager house just out on the wharf to try and get that theme sorted out. Now once I saw these little islands on the end here, I knew I had to go ahead and build a lighthouse of sorts, and I wanted it to have an active redstone beacon at the top that kind of spun around and acted like a real lighthouse. So we went ahead and added that in as well, using kind of a granite and smooth granite with brick as kind of the base there for the building. For the pathways we used stone bricks and andesite throughout the entire village. I just went ahead and decorated this little thing here with a couple more bushes and cleared out a little bit of the landscape that we didn't actually need. And then I just went and added in a little house here for the lighthouse keeper to live in. Next up, we're just decorating this area a little bit with a few trees around. We customized some of them just a little bit, nothing too crazy though. Time to start working on the blacksmith. Now of course this one here we used a lot of deep slate in the build just to kind of break up the texturing from all the other different houses and things like that. We used some cobblestone and stuff on the backside there to add as in smelting room. Of course it's time to start continuing this place on with a few more of the pathways leading around and kind of decorating it and situating where exactly I wanted this village to continue on. I went ahead and changed up the well a little bit, just added a little bit more of a detailed design, nothing too crazy at all, just for that area. I wanted to start decorating this pond just here, so I went ahead and just added in some cobblestone and mossy cobblestone to the bottom there, a few waterfalls, added in some bone meal on the floor there to add in some seagrass, and I put in some fish as well. Now moving along this side of the wharf here, I went ahead and extended that pathway along again with some stairways going up onto that top mountain here. And I took out these three houses on this side here and combined kind of like a one unit. So it's kind of like a little watchtower with a house in the middle and a stables on the right side there. There's a couple of horses here beneath that tree there, so I thought I'd go ahead and move those over and give them a nicer home to live in. Of course with the horses there we're going to need some hay, so we added a giant cart there full of hay that we can cart around and move out throughout the village. Next up, it's time to start working on some of these ships here that they're going to be using for cargo and transport and everything like that. So we went ahead and just laid out the one design just here, and then I went and copied it two more times around the place and changed kind of like some colouring on the ships to make them look a little bit different. Now these ships here are mainly used for fishing and transport, so they're not too large and they're not going to be carrying too much of the cargo. So I went ahead and started decorating the other parts of the port there. Just went ahead and used that same style with the stone and the spruce there just to kind of add like a frame there so you're not going to fall off and walk into the water. We're going to go ahead and add in a crane here with a loading dock that can, be attracted and pulled up into the top there, where we're going to soon enough be adding a storage room. But for this bottom section here, I wanted to add a little bit more detail, so we added in a little fish store here that our local villagers can come down and shop straight from the harbour. Now it's time to start working on that storage room, as we said before. Now obviously when they can pull up all their fish and stuff from the port down below, they will need somewhere to store it. So why not have a storage room super close and convenient for them just to be able to walk across all their fish and produce and everything like that they can just go ahead and load up in that storage room. Now if you're going to be living here, of course you're going to be needing somewhere to do your enchanting, so we can go ahead and add in an enchantment tower here. It was really fun using the amethyst blocks there on the top there. I haven't actually used those in a build before, so that was really fun and unique, and I think it works really well with that calcite color palette as well. From here I was just continuing around the block there, extending out this backside of the village. I didn't really know exactly where I wanted things to go, so I ended up having this waterfall here with a ravine that kind of continued on where there already was one in the village, and we just added a nice little water stream coming through there. And we only had added in a bee farm and a spruce kind of forest up there on that top side. Down in this bottom section here, it's time to start spreading out into the farmland. So I started grading away from that stone into the path blocks and more of the dirt field as we're leaving the center of the village and going to the outside. So of course we're going to be using some wheat here just because I think it looks the best in the crop field. So we went ahead and started planting up all these areas over this side of the village. Next up, I think it was needed for a barn to be over this side as well, so we went ahead and added that in. Just a simple design here that we could have our cows and pigs in as well, so we have some more animal life on this side of the village. Of course we needed to surround that so none of the cows could escape, so we just went ahead and added a simple design there with some barrels and fences with some deep side slabs on top, sprinkling in some lanterns so that the area would be all lit up and our cows would not have zombies spawning on them. From here it's time to start adding in some framework to the farms here. They looked a little bit odd with no barrier around the outside, so I just went ahead and used some cobblestone with some mossy stone, sprinkled out throughout with some different variations. Coming back later on to add another little small port there with a couple of tiny boats. Now I just wanted to go ahead and tidy up the pathways, adding in that extra variation. And we need to also have a nether portal in here for you guys to use if you're going to be living in this village. We just went ahead and customized this little pond here as well, add in a few more spruce trees there just to add a little bit more depth to the area. And it was time to start removing these last 3 buildings, and let me tell you, by now it was well into the grind. So we went ahead in this little house here, but I think it's honestly one of my favorite houses that we have in this village here. We had a lot of storage stuff around that house over there. I don't know why, it just seemed to fit the theme of that building. Now it's time to add in your Librarian Factory. So obviously if you guys are here, you're going to be going to get some books and enchanting levels and all that kind of stuff. So you can cruise into this building over here and check out any enchants that you need. For that last little area there, I just want to go ahead and grab in a nice little camp area to tie it all together, and that there pretty much wraps up the transformation. So here we are, guys, everything is now finished. Hopefully you guys really enjoyed that video. If you did, don't forget that like button. I really do appreciate it. There was a lot of work put into this little village transformation, so yeah, any kind of support was muchly appreciated. And yeah, if you guys want to check out this world for yourselves, there will be a download link in the description so you guys can come and explore. You can even live here. I've set the world spawn to just up there, so you guys will spawn in up there and you'll be able to do whatever the hell you want to this place. You can blow it up, you can burn it to the ground. I don't really mind. You can come have a look at it too if you'd like. But yeah, this is it. It's pretty cool. I'm very happy with it. It was quite a much bigger project than what I first anticipated, but I'm really happy with the way it all turned out and everything like that. And I really like this like nice chill out area with the campfires. I kind of went with like a really big campfire vibe and added different hay bales up there so we get some different smoke lengths up there too. So that was pretty cool. But yeah, I think I might go ahead and just wrap up the video just there, guys. So hopefully you guys enjoyed, as I said earlier, and yeah, I guess I'll be seeing you guys in the next video. Later.